My name's Trudy. I'm with Yoga Kula Project here in Park City at the Canyons Resort, and we are located in the beautiful Westgate Resort next to Serenity Spa. So I want to thank you for being here. We're going to go through about a 45-minute yoga practice, and this is a great practice for advanced people. You can kind of start to do your own thing, or it's also a really great practice for people who've never done yoga. So from very beginning to very end, or to the very upper levels. So if you don't have a mat, go ahead and throw a mat down. If you don't have a mat, then feel free to use a towel or something like that. So we're going to go ahead and get started. If you tend to have lower back issues or a tight lower back, feel free to grab a block. If you don't have a block, a pillow is nice. And you can just place that right underneath your bottom. Get up on the block or the pillow and just relax and let everything go. All right, so get nice and comfortable, cross legs. If it hurts your knee, you're always welcome to keep whatever knee straight. But if you can, go ahead and cross. You want to make sure that your sit bones are rooted equally. You can grab the flesh of your bottom and just let everything soften. Release your neck. Close your eyes, place your hands in whatever position comes natural to you. And we're going to take a few moments here to connect with our breath, just breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. So that's all you need to do. Just breathe in, breathe out. If you'd like to set an intention during this time, you're welcome to. An intention can be anything you choose. It can be one word, gratitude, forgiveness, whatever comes first to you. It can be a mantra. It can also be a scripture. So something that resonates with you. Breathing in, breathing out. And then take one more big breath in. Fill your lungs up. And then let it go. Slowly begin to open your eyes. And here we are. Okay, bringing your right hand down, I want you to bring your left arm up and over and give yourself a nice big stretch. Now with this, feel free to move around, so you don't need to be static in a yoga pose. If reaching forward feels better to you, do that. Maybe you were lifting weights recently, your shoulder's feeling a little funky. Maybe you rotate that shoulder around. That might feel good. And then go to the other side, same on this side. Feel free to explore each pose. Remember, you don't need to hold a static pose unless that feels good to you, unless it feels right to you. And then coming back up to center, we're going to bend at our elbows, bring our arms behind it, interlacing the fingers behind the back. Inhale, lift your chest up and forward, chin up. Exhale, squeeze your elbows together behind you. And if you choose, you can drop your head from side to side. That might feel good on your neck. You can rotate your head forward if that feels right. Bring it back if that feels good to you. And then bringing your head back up to center, we're going to squeeze the elbows one last time. Take a breath in, chest forward, chin up. And as you exhale, release that hold, bringing one arm in front. You're going to give it a good tug. Open up your shoulder blade on the back. Give it a nice tug. And then go to the other arm. Nice good tug here. And then release that. Go ahead and shake that off. We're gonna bring our right leg out, left foot to our inner upper thigh. Again, feel free to grab the flesh of your bottom, pull it behind if that feels right. Turning towards your right, take a breath in. And as you exhale, slowly walk your hands down each side of the leg. And it doesn't matter how far you come down. You're gonna give yourself a nice stretch in the back of the leg, stretch in the hip flexor. If you can and would like to grab your toes, feel free to. You're gonna walk your hands down each side of the leg. And then walking your hands back up. We're gonna bring our right hand out to the outside of the right knee. Left arm will reach down the opposite side as far as you can. Might be the calf, could be the ankle. If it's the blade of the foot, grab it and then turn over your right shoulder. Releasing that hold, walk your hands back up. This time we'll take our right hand to the inside of the leg, reaching down as far as you can. Now ideally we want the forearm down on the floor. That might not happen. So you're going to reach down as far as you can, bring your left arm up, look up, reach up. Imagine that someone has your hand and they're pulling it up to the sky. Take one more big breath in. And then release that hand down, walk your hands back up. Left leg, bringing left leg out, right foot inner upper thigh. If you have knee issues, feel free to take your pillow or your block, place it under the knee, and release any kind of tension or pain you might feel. Turning towards your left, take a breath in, lengthen. Exhale, walk your hands down each side of the left leg. And remember, it's not a competition. You don't need to grab your toes. If you grab them, that's great. If you don't, who cares? Just have some fun. Enjoy the stretch. And then walking your hands back up, we're going to bring the left hand to the outside of the left leg, down on the floor. Right arm this time reaches to the opposite side. You're going to grab as far down as you can and look over your left shoulder. And then releasing that hold, we'll walk the hands back up. Left hand goes to the inside. We reach down as far as you can. Remember, we try and get the forearm down. Not a problem if you don't. Right arm up. Reach up. Imagine you're being pulled up towards the ceiling with your right hand as you're pushing your left down towards the floor. Releasing right hand down, walking your hands back up. Bringing both legs out in front, and you're just going to shake that off. Feel free to rock back and forth. Bringing the bottoms of your feet together, allowing your knees to fall apart. You're going to use your hands to grab your ankles, bring your heels as close to your bottom as you can. We're going to bring our shoulders together again, chest forward, chin up. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, keep the flat back initially, and push your chest forward. Now your chest isn't going to go very far forward in this, and that's okay. Continue to inhale, lengthen. Exhale, move. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, move. Take one more big breath in. This time we're going to release the hold, round the back, and allow everything to fold forward. Walking your hands back up. We'll cross the legs, come onto all fours. So we're going to move through cat-cow. Okay. Your wrists are right under your shoulders. Your knees are right under your hips. We start at a neutral spine. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, press away with your hands, round your back up, soften your neck spine. Inhale. Inhale, belly drops down, shoulder blades come together, pelvis tilts up, look up. Exhale, push away, round your back, soften your neck. Inhale, belly drops down, shoulder blades come together, pelvis tilts up. Let's do one more. Exhale, push away, cat pose. Inhale, cow pose. And then back to your neutral spine. Inhale your right arm out to the side, and as you exhale, bring it underneath the left. Your shoulder and head are on the floor. You're looking up underneath your left arm. Now, a few options here. You can keep your left hand right where it is. You can reach the hand over the top of your head, stretching the side body, or you can wrap that left arm up and around your back, placing the hand on or near your right thigh. So those are your three options. Neither one is better than the other. Just find something that feels good to you. And then bringing your left hand back to where it was. Inhale your right hand onto the mat, and then exhale. Inhale, left arm out. Exhale, bring it underneath. Same on this side. You can reach over the top of your head. You can wrap your arm around your back, or keep your right hand right where it was. Bringing your right hand down, inhale your left hand onto the mat, and then exhale. Next, we're going to make sure that we've got a lot of room in between our knees. We're going to bring our shoulders up above the hips, hands in the back pockets, fingers pointing down. Elbows together, pushing chest forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, shift your hips a little farther forward and move into a gentle back bend. So whatever feels good to you at this moment. Might be a big back bend, might be a very small back bend. Continue to open your chest up. Each time you inhale, lengthen your spine. Each time you exhale, that's when you move a little bit deeper. Inhale back up. Exhale, hands on the floor. This time we're going to bring our knees together to touch, and we're going to do a little work on our feet and toes. Tuck your toes under and backwards, and slowly start to drop your hips down towards your heels. Now, some people's feet don't bend backwards. Some people's toes just don't move that way. So that might be you, and you might stay right here. If you feel like you want a little more compression, feel free to walk your hands back a little bit. If you want a lot of compression, you can stack your shoulders up above your hips, but you're going to go to a spot that works for you. And then slowly release that hold. Let your toes wiggle around. Feels kind of good. Moving all that fluid. That was a compression pose. That's what we call a compression pose in yoga. Next, we're going to move into plank and downward facing dog. So first, I want you to make sure that your wrist creases stay parallel to the top of the mat. So we never want them out or in, and that's very important. It's really hard to do yoga wrong. The only thing that I want you to really pay attention to is the alignment of your body, and I'm going to go ahead and cue you on that. The alignment of the body for the wrists is those wrist creases stay parallel to the top of the mat. Spread your fingers as wide as you can. Next, you're going to tuck your toes, straighten your legs, tuck your toes, engage your core, squeeze your belly here. Soften maybe a little between the shoulder blades. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, move into a downward facing dog. Now it's the first down dog of the day, so feel free to walk your feet up if that feels better. You can widen your stance, you can walk the feet back. I want you to just bend one leg and straighten the other and move in whatever direction feels good to you. So do what feels good. We're not going to be concerned with the perfect down dog or anything like that. So When it comes to yoga, it's all about the alignment of your body, making sure that your joints are not going to be injured, and having fun. So make sure and bend one leg, straighten the other. Those wrist creases are still parallel to the top of the mat. Feels really good. We don't care about the perfect down dog in this class. And we'll move through sun salutation A. Step your feet up in between your hands. Inhale, lengthen, crown of your head reaches forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, core is engaged, reach up, big stretch, high mountain, lengthen up. And then exhale, hands to heart center. And this is a great time to come back and connect with that intention that you set earlier. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend your knees, place your hands, step back to plank pose, and we're going to lower. Now you can use your knees coming in and out of plank. Belly's on the floor, tops of the feet are on the mat. You're going to squeeze and engage your legs tight. Inhale, lengthen, crown of your head moves forward and up. Cobra. Exhale, lower. Inhale, plank. You can use your knees. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Again, bending and straightening each leg, moving around. Remember, this is all about feeling good. So I want you to go to that spot that feels good. Maybe you shift your hips side to side. Maybe that's it. Sun salutation A. Step your feet up in between your hands. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, core engage, reach up, high mountain. You can add a back bend if it feels good. Hands to heart center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend your knees, place hands, step back, lower. Inhale, cobra, strong legs. Exhale, lower. Inhale, plank. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg up behind you. And as you exhale, place your foot up in between your hands. Now it could take you a few steps, that's all right. That's okay if it takes a few steps. Now what's important here, I talked about alignment earlier. You want to make sure your ankle is below your knee. We don't want the ankle behind. That puts too much pressure on the tendons and ligaments of the knee. So we're going to scoot that up if we need to. And pay attention. So low lunge. We're compressing the right hip flexor. We're stretching the left. Fire up your back leg. We don't want the knee bent yet. Fire it up. Take a breath in. Exhale, drop the back knee down. Now from here, I want you to take a big breath in. Let it all the way out. Exhale. Shift the hips back. Inhale, moving forward. Exhale, back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Inhale, forward. Perfect, stay right here. Now you have an option. You can keep your back knee down, or you can bring it up, your choice. Either way. Bring your left hand down, bring your right hand up, look up. Take a breath in. Exhale, right hand down. Again, we're going to shift hips back. This time we're going to hold it and stretch the hamstring on your right leg. You can wiggle your ankle around if that feels good, or you can just keep it straight. Bringing both hands to the inside of the leg, take that leg and just shake it off. Move in whatever direction feels good to you. Okay, moving back into plank, wrist creases parallel to the top of the mat. Tuck your toes. Your choice. You can move through a flow, moving down to cobra and back to downward facing dog. You can do an up dog, chaturanga, or just move straight to down dog. Again, you're bending one leg, straightening the other. Feel free to notice the difference between your right leg and the left. Inhale your left leg up behind you. Exhale, place the foot up in between the hands. Keep your back knee up off the floor, fire it up. You want to check in, make sure that your ankle's below your knee and not behind, that's important. You're still breathing those slow breaths. Take a breath in. Drop the back knee down. Take another big breath in. And as you exhale, shift your hips back. Inhale, we're going to come forwards. It's a little bit different than the other side. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. I'm going to go ahead and stay forward here, dropping the right hand down, left arm up, look up. Left hand comes down, back knee down, and shift the hips back. You can rotate your ankle if that feels good to you, or just stay in this hamstring stretch. Bringing both hands to the inside, shift that leg up. We're going to move into a child's pose next and reconnect with the breath. So your knees are about the width of the mat, your toes are together. Knees the width of the mat, toes together. Drop your hips back down towards your heels, reaching your arms forward, placing your forehead down onto the mat. So initially I want you to reconnect with your breath, breathing in through your nose and out through your nose. And we're going to start to work with our breath. Each time you inhale, on your initial inhale, I want you to soften, release the belly on the initial inhale, and then fill your lungs up all the way. Big, huge breath. And then as you exhale, start to draw your navel in and up, breathing out through your nose, very controlled breath. Inhale, we soften the belly, fill the lungs up all the way. Exhale, we draw the navel in and up, moving the air out through the nose, so the mouth is always closed. Now, if you want to add in a little bit more to the breathing, what I'd like you to do is exhale a little bit longer than your inhale. So let's say you inhale on a count of 6, exhale on a count of 7. Maybe you inhale on a count of 4, exhale on a count of 5. So play with that in the next few breaths. And let's take 2 more breaths. Make these last 2 breaths your biggest breaths so far today. slowly make your way up onto all fours, bringing your knees underneath your hip bones and stretching, letting that go. Nice job. We're going to move back into plank and downward facing dog. If you'd like to move through chaturanga and up dog, or just move through your flow, feel free to. Otherwise, wrist creases are parallel to the top of the mat. Take a breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg up behind you, and as you exhale, step your foot up in between your hands. Remember, that's important. If your ankle's below your knee. Drop your back heel down. Inhale up, warrior one. Take a breath in. Exhale, warrior two. Right arm forward, left arm back. Engage your core. Flip your front palm, take a breath in. Reverse warrior, left hand down, right arm up. Now your choice, you can keep your knee bent over your ankle, or if it feels good, you can straighten that leg up. Coming back to your warrior two, we are going to straighten the leg. Straighten it, engage the quadricep. Inhale, reach forward like you're being pulled. Exhale, right hand down, left arm up. Triangle pose. You're looking up unless that hurts your neck. Then you look down. Inhale, come back up. Bend into your front knee. Take another breath in. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down. Right foot steps back, your choice. Move through flow or come straight to down dog. Inhale your left leg up. Exhale, foot up in between your hands. Make your adjustments. Drop your back heel. Warrior one. Draw your navel in and up. Engage your core. Take a breath in. Exhale, warrior two. Flip your front palm. Take another breath in. Reverse warrior, right hand down, left arm up, feels good, a nice stretch. Now, you can keep your knees stacked over your ankle or straighten the leg if that feels better. Either way. Coming back to your warrior two, this time we're gonna straighten that front leg, engage the quadriceps. Inhale, reach forward, you're being pulled, left hand down on the exhale, right arm up. Remember to engage your quad. So we don't want the knee bent here. We want it engaged. Inhale, come back up. Bend into the front knee. Take another breath in. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down. Left foot steps back. Move through your flow. Or come straight to down dog. Step or hop your feet up in between your hands. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach up, big stretch. And then hands to heart center. Again, taking some time to reconnect with your breath. Maybe you reconnect with that intention that you set. Maybe you shake your legs off, do a little dance. Whatever feels good to you. Remember, this is all about feeling good. All right, so you're at the top of your mat. We're going to place our hands on the hips, stepping the left leg back. Now, if you feel like you're going to topple sideways, I want you to widen your stance a little bit. We're going to fire at this front leg, keeping the left leg around, doing pyramid pose. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, crown of your head reaching forward, releasing your hands, placing them down on the floor. Now you can place them on pillows. We're going to keep that front leg straight. Or if you have a block, feel free to do that. Use your block. But we're going to keep this front leg nice and straight. We don't want it bent because we're working in the hamstring. Hands on your hips, core is engaged, come on up, step your left foot up. Next, we're going to bring the right leg back, same thing. If you feel like you're going to topple sideways, widen your stance. If not, keep it there. We're going to fire up that front leg, engage the quad, right hip moves around. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crown of your head reaching forward, hands down. Hands on your hips, core is engaged, come on up. Right foot comes up to meet the left. And you're going to take a quarter turn. Either way, you can turn to the right or turn to the left. You're at the top of your mat, step your left foot out, wide stance. Or your right foot, if you were at the other side. So we're going to make sure our heels are the same distance to the back of the mat, and your toes are just a little bit pigeon-toed in. What that does, it creates an inner rotation of your thighs, so it sets that femur up in the hip socket nice and strong. Engage your quadriceps, zip up your core, take a breath in, and as you exhale, fold forward, releasing your hands. You can place them on a pillow, block, down on the floor, and I want you to bend one leg and straighten the other. So you're going to move back and forth. Moving back and forth. And then bringing your hips back to center. We're going to place our right hand down so it's in a pyramid, a perfect pyramid between your right foot and your left foot. You could draw a triangle here. Inhale, crown of your head reaches forward. Exhale, left arm up, look up, or if it hurts your neck, look down. Take a breath in. Exhale, left hand comes down, it moves right where the right one was. Inhale, crown of your head reaches forward. Exhale, right arm up. Releasing right hand down. You're going to heel toe your feet together, engage your core, hands on your hips. Come on up. Come back to the very top of your mat. We're going to bend our knees, come down, and roll onto the back. Bring our knees into the chest, rock a little side to side, so a little back massage. You can rotate your knees around if that works best for you. Moving around side to side, squeezing the knees into the chest. So again, no right or wrong here. You're just moving wherever your body naturally takes you. And that's yoga. Okay, keeping your right knee up, drop your left leg all the way down. Interlace your fingers on the shin below the knee. Pull that knee towards your right shoulder. Give it a good tug. And as you do that, your left heel is pushing down towards the very end of your mat as you're pulling that knee in. Slowly start to release that hold. We're going to take the left hand, place it on the top of the knee. The right arm is going to move out to the right. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, start to guide your knee across the top of your body, moving into a twist. You can keep looking up, or you can turn your gaze towards the right, your choice. Bringing your right knee back up, hug your left knee in, rock a little side to side. Next, we're going to drop the right leg down, interlace fingers on the left knee, pull it in. Push your right heel towards the end of the mat. Imagine someone has a hold of that right foot, and they're pulling it down towards the end of your mat. Releasing the hold, we bring the right hand on the top of the knee, left arm out,
We start to move the knee across the top of the body, moving into that twist. Now you want to make sure that your right arm and shoulder stay plugged into the floor. So we don't want this. We want to keep it down. If the knee's still up here, that's fine. Bring your left knee up. Hug it in, rock a little side to side. We're going to bring our feet down, bridge pose. Heels are very close to our hips, as close as we can bring them. Hands down, palms on the floor. I like to roll my shoulder blades under a little. You're welcome to do that. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, lift your hips. Continue to breathe. Your chin and chest never touch. Exhale, slowly release down. Bring the bottoms of your feet together. Allow your knees to fall apart. Your arms move into a cactus pose. Cactus pose, elbows bent at 90 degrees. The elbows are coming straight out from your shoulders. And you can check that pretty easily. Bringing your knees back up, placing your hands down. We're going to do a second bridge pose. And for those of you that like to do full wheel, you're welcome to. Bringing your shoulder blades under your back, palms down, take a breath in. And as you exhale, lift hips. Remember to continue to breathe. The chin and the chest don't touch. Take a breath in. And on the exhale, you're going to lower your hips down. This time we're going to bring our knees into our chest. Now our next pose is plow pose. And you're going to be very careful with your neck. So we're going to keep the natural curvature in the cervical spine. The chin and the chest will never touch, placing a little bit of extra pressure on the back of your head. Your chin points straight upwards. So we're going to protect our neck on this. Next, placing your hands down on the floor. You can roll your shoulder blades under if that helps you, keeping the chin pointed straight up. We start to bring our hips up. Bring the feet up first and your hands in your hips. Maybe this is your plow pose. This is fine. If you want to move a little bit deeper, feel free to walk your hands into your back pockets, checking in with the chin, making sure that the pressure of your body is not on a straight cervical spine. And keep that chin away from the chest. If you like to touch the floor behind you, you're welcome to do that as well. It's an option. Take a breath in, placing your hands in your back pockets. Slowly start to move your way down. See if you can feel each vertebra at a time. Bottoms of the feet together, knees apart, Baddha Konasana, cactus arms. Bringing your knees back up together. Again, we're going to walk our heels up towards each glute. So that means that our feet are still a little bit wide. They're not touching. Bringing the right ankle top side of the left knee. We're going to do a half pigeon pose on our back. Right arm reaches in between the legs. Bring the left knee towards you. Left hand reaches to the outer part. We interlace the fingers behind the left leg. Option 1. This is perfect. If you don't feel much, you're welcome to interlace your fingers on the shin below the knee. But if this is a struggle, you come back to the hamstring. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, release that. Hold both feet down. Bringing your left ankle top side of the right knee. This time, left arm reaches in between. Right arm reaches the outer side, interlacing, pulling that leg toward you. Again, option 1, interlacing on the back of the hamstring. Option 2, you're not feeling much here. You interlace on your shin below the knee. Breath in. Exhale, go ahead and release that hold, bringing both legs down, flexing the ankles, interlace your thumbs over the top of your head, give yourself a nice big stretch. Releasing that stretch, we're going to do a hamstrings or a quadricep stretch next, rolling onto your left side. Get nice and comfy. You're on your left side. You can keep your head down, or if it feels good to prop it up, do that. Bringing your right leg up, reach back, grab the ankle, bring your heel to your glute, and then stretch your quadricep. Now you can keep the heel to the glute, pulling it in there, or if you want to push away and do a little bit of a back bend stretch, you're welcome to do that. So you've got a nice good stretch of the quadricep. Slowly release that hold, roll onto your back, and we're going to go to the other side. Same on this side, you can keep your head down, you can prop it up, you're going to grab your left ankle and stretch your quadricep. Releasing that hold, we're going to come onto our backs. And we'll just, we'll do a little bit of Savasana. You can continue the Savasana for as long as you like. We'll do a minute or two, something like that. So Savasana is corpse pose. And it's basically a time for you to just let all this practice, everything sink in. So I want you to lie on your back, get nice and comfy, your toes splay outward, arms down by your side, palms facing up. And start to release your neck. Just let your neck go. Soften your forehead. Allow your tongue to release off the top of your mouth. Soften your jaw. Let your shoulders go. Your back starts to melt into the mat. Your belly's soft. Hips are open. Allow your thighs to release. Calves, ankles, and feet. If you haven't already, gently close your eyes. And if your mind begins to wander, feel free to think about your intention that you set. So you focus your thoughts, your thinking mind on the intention. Or you can focus your thinking mind on your nostrils and the way the air feels as you breathe in through your nostrils and the way it feels as you breathe out through your nostrils. If you notice any tension starting to arise, maybe your shoulders starts tensing up, see if you can. Go ahead and release that. start to deepen your breath. And you can wiggle your toes and your fingers, maybe rock your head from side to side. Then when you're ready, roll over to your right side in a fetal position. So curl up into a nice little ball. And then using the strength in your arms, come up to that comfortable seated position that we began with. Placing your hands at heart center, I want to thank you for joining me in this little practice today. May all beings be met with compassion and forgiveness. Namaste. And I would love for you to come down and take a class from us at the studio located next to the most amazing Serenity Spa. Thank you.